So I wonder if
That's
you
pretty
actually
neat.
can buy this.
What? Dreams?
No, the game.
No, it's free.
Probably not. Yeah, it's copyright reasons. They probably wouldn't be able to sell it.
Well, and also it's like built into the game. So like it's just like Little Big
Oh,
Planet.
so you have to go. You have to.
Technically, you can make it yourself.
Yeah.
So I have to get the. So is Dreams like something I can download and play games
Yeah.
that are on there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So in reality, I can get Dreams and then find this Final Fantasy VII thing and play it, and if he released it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't know if he actually did though. I'll have to read to see if I can find it.
Oh,
if he actually
probably.
released it. Yeah, I seen that. And I was like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah. So that it's fucking rad.
Let's see what we got here. He only made one part of it. He only made an episode 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Oh, speaking of this ad, it actually said Square Enix has this episode of Final Fantasy VII Remake will only cover Midgar.
Nice.
So I guess they don't want to talk about that.
No, guess not. Don't need to talk about it at
That's
Gamescom.
Nope.
Let's get on to releases real quick, shall we? Unless you
What
have.
about Schroeder's news?
Oh, Schroeder, do you have news?
Not really. Nothing too crazy.
All right, let's.
Yeah.
All right, have it up.
I think we already talked a little bit about it, and like whatever Pokemon stuff we did talk about.
Oh yeah, the all the different raids and stuff that you did today, the events.
Yeah, the event stuff. The next event is supposed to be, I think they said it was August 3rd is the next Community Day, where they have one random Pokemon that's typically hard as hell to find.
Pokemon.
So are those community days? Are they only in specific cities, or are they like in every? Like how do they do that?
No, I think it's like the Community Day is, I think, like worldwide.
So basically
Probably.
in your community, like the county, I'm assuming.
What?
Like how do they like community days where they have one Pokemon that's in your community that you have to go get? Like
No.
No, it's worldwide.
Yeah, it's worldwide.
Mr.
So, like,
Worldwide.
yeah, like the one that we went after today, the Mudkip. I don't think it. Maybe continentally, but at least all online when I'm looking it up, it's nothing but that Pokemon.
so
And
even
it's
for
a
like
3-hour window where everybody can like, where your chances of catching it are so much like ridiculously high. And
so like everyone in Tucson, Arizona, if we wanted to catch that, we'd all. I'm assuming it shows up in one area in our city, correct? And we all have to go there to get it, or how does that work?
no, it.
How
Like
does it work for your place?
Ask the question again. Say that again.
So to get that Pokemon, that rare one,
Yeah.
we have that 3-hour window. Where do you go? Do you have to go to like a park? Or how
No,
do
they
you get it?
just spawn. They just spawn in as you're walking
Oh,
around.
so you just walk around, so it's not like. Okay, I got
The
you.
benefit of it is that like, the idea is it's the community, so it's.
You're
like,
walking
when we-
together.
Yeah, like when we went to the park, there was like a million people there. We were in the mall because, dude, this little spot right behind my store in the mall, like you sit down in it and there's like 6 or 7 stops right there where you're sitting, which is crazy. That's like that doesn't happen in nature very often. So today at the mall, there was like a ton of people just hanging out, sitting at this fountain, and it's cool.
So-
and everybody talks and gabs and hangs out and then the chances of catching a shiny one, which is a rarer one that looks cosmetically different, is like higher. I scored 3 of those today. Wow, my girlfriend's son got like 6.
That's
And
funny.
then one dude got like 20 of them because that's what he did like the whole day, like the whole 3 hours he was just running around looking for them, walking around all crazy.
So what are the things? So like when like legendary Pokemon show up, like they're only there for like a couple days. Is that the same thing? You got to walk around and find it, or are they actually in a specific location and you got to battle it?
Well, a lot of times, yeah, there are the raids. Like that's what a gym raid is. So, for instance, the gyms, anybody can fight over a gym pretty much at any time. Where if you beat all the Pokemon in there, then you get your team color gets the gym. And for instance, ours is blue. We're Team Mystic. And but every once in a while, like actually every day from I think it's like 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock, raids pop up in those gyms randomly,
Yeah.
and a lot of times they're rated 1 through 5, 5 being the legendary ones and 1 being like the really weak ones. It's pretty fun, dude. Our community is super. Our community down here is pretty. They go hard as hell. I don't know if everybody. I'm sure that a lot of other places have crazy community, like
Oh, I bet.
super epic communities.
Oh,
but
I'm sure.
I don't know. Ours is pretty freaking nuts. Like
So
when
like
the raid
someone
trains.
who like, so like say someone runs that gym, but the legendary Pokemon shows up on that gym, and you all
Yeah.
defeat it. Does that person lose the gym or no?
No, that if you because your team owns the gym, if you are on that color, because there's only the red, blue, and yellow.
Yeah.
If you are on that team, you get like extra Pokeballs because your team owns the gym that it showed up in. For
But-
attempting, so you beat it
Okay.
and then you attempt to catch it.
Okay. But whoever actually owns it can't lose it until after the fact when it comes
Yeah,
back to the regular color.
Yeah, it stays there because the egg usually takes like an egg appears, so it takes like an hour to hatch. Yeah,
So,
So,
like
like,
this. No. Hold on.
but yeah, like during the day, every once in a while, that will turn into a. That's crazy. You have a gym like right there.
I have a bunch. Like so, there's one. There's more. There's another one right there. There's another one.
Oh,
There's
You
one
got
right
quite a few
there.
gyms near
one
you,
right
that's-
there. One right there.
well, Jelson,
right
how many
there.
gyms you have right there near you?
Right there. Right there. So the Pokemon at
James
the
is
top.
literally falling asleep over
Yeah, I
there.
know. So the Pokemon at the top of that gym. That's just who like basically runs it.
Yeah, click on that gym.
I don't have a team, so it'll have me join a team.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a team yet.
Yeah, you have to read like the descriptions of the team and then figure out which one seems the least crazy in
There's
your own world views.
I see like
I just
Dragonair
randomly picked
and,
one.
like 3 of them. Yeah, there's a bunch.
Yeah, there's. So I see that one's. I think it's yellow, but yeah, if you clicked on that and you were a team, you would see all the Pokemon that are in that gym right now.
I got
And
you.
then if you took your happy ass down to that area, you could take your team and fight that team of Pokemon. Then you have to beat them like 3 or 4 times, and then every time you beat them, like a little heart symbol kind of goes down, like they're getting fatigued, and then after like the 3rd time of beating them, it knocks them out of the gym.
So even if they're yellow and I'm yellow, I can take it or no?
No, you would go in and you can add one of yours, but once there's I think 5 or 6, you can't add any more.
I got you.
And then the thing is though, like for every day that you can only get a maximum of 50 a day, but if you put a Pokemon in a gym, when he gets kicked out, he has in his pocket 50 in-game currency.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is like 50 cents basically.
That's pretty sick. Oh, good
Yeah.
shit. Thank you. Educated Pokemon news, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of
You-
learning in this
you can go-
podcast.
You could go to you could go to Facebook, find like your county's, Pokemon your county, and then find the Discord group and then get hooked up because raid trains are ridiculous, bro. Raid trains are so fun. It'll be like 15 to actually way more than that. Like a lot of times there's like 30, 40 cars, dude. And they go in like stages. There'll be like 4 groups that have like 6 cars in each group. And then they would just go drive to one spot after the other, 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 going on these raid trains.
That's awesome.
And yeah, they're pretty epic. I'm sure that game makes quite a bit of money because each raid, like you get 2 free raid passes a day basically, and
Okay.
but that's it. You can only raid 2 gyms, so you buy another raid pass for like $1 or whatever. So they're making money off of that, off of people spending like $30 in just raids
Oh yeah.
one day.
Oh, I'm sure they probably make a lot of money off it. It's probably the people that go really hard.
Enough to make a whole nother game all created around Harry Potter.
Yep.
Have it pretty much flushed out and ready to go right out of the door.
No, like growing pains like they did with Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go had some
Yeah,
pretty
that's
bad
crazy.
growing pains.
Yeah, they did. And then remember they were in the news all crazy because people were getting like robbed while they were fucking Pokemon going.
Or
and-
they were getting in car accidents.
or hit by cars walking off of fucking mountains and
Like fucking idiots.
dumb.
Hey man, my whole thought: Darwinism. Darwinism at its
Exactly.
finest.
right. Pokemon Go proves Darwinism. Yeah.
I like it. So what do we got for releases, James?
Mustache Amigos is coming out for the PC on the 23rd. I don't know what that is. Data Live Rio Reincarnation. That looks like a game I would play. Coming out for PC and PS4 on the 23rd as well. Tetris Effect, the widely acclaimed Tetris game, is coming out on PC on, you guessed it, the 23rd. Mighty Switch Force Collection, whatever that is, it's coming out on the 25th for the Switch and PS4. We've got Zombie Driver Ultimate Edition coming out on the Switch on the 25th. Raiden 5 coming out on the 25th for the Nintendo Switch. Kill la Kill game coming out for PS4 and PC. Or Kill la Kill the game, if, is coming for PS4 and PC on the 25th. Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom is coming out on PC on the 25th. Wolfenstein Cyber Pilot is coming out on PSVR and PC on the 26th. Wolfenstein Youngblood is also coming out on the 26th for the PC and PS4. Fire Emblem 3 Houses is coming out on the Switch on the 26th. Unfortunately, Beyond Two Souls is coming out for the PC. I'm sorry, all PC gamers. You get to, unfortunately, get a chance to play this game. That's coming out on the 27th. And that's it for this week in releases.
For some movie ones that are kind of good.
So help me God, if there's a fucking Disney one in there, I'm gonna scream.
No, the what is it? Alita, the Battle Angel.
Yeah.
That animated looking one.
Yeah.
With the big boldy up. That comes out this week.
Nice.
Got extremely mixed reviews.
My boy Hideo
really
Kojima
better.
loved it, so I'm gonna watch it.
And then for those who care or watch it, Orange Forever, aka Orange is the New Black, season 7, the final season, comes out the 26th.
I heard it's a good show. I've never seen it.
It's really good. Essentially, it's basically it's a drama slash crazy weird thing. Essentially,
Murder
what
mystery.
Yeah, basically what happens inside of all women's penitentiary.
So
and
it's
they
like
don't,
it's the female version of Oz.
more or less, except very sexual. A lot of nudity. Things like that.
I mean, Oz had a lot of
all
nudity.
women's penitentiary. So,
Oz had a lot of nudity.
no, I never seen it.
It's good.
Among other everything else. that
Along
I've
with
seen.
literally everything else out there that isn't Your Lie in April, because I know damn well you
Exactly.
watch that.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I've seen a ton of movies. I just haven't seen any.
Nothing
Of
good.
the high tier ones.
Nothing good.
Hey, I finished season 1 in about a week and a half of Once Upon a Time, so that's always a plus.
So nothing
Fucking
good.
binge watched the shit out of that.
Binge watch some good movies, fucker.
Hello, Terry.
Binge watch some good shit, fucker.
I don't know the last movie I watched. Oh, Man in the Iron Mask. Super underappreciated, underrated movie.
I am shocked you did not say Spider-Man Far From Homecoming.
Oh yeah, I seen that movie, but,
Spider-Man post Endgame adventures.
if you haven't seen Man in the Iron Mask with Leonardo DiCaprio movie, but it's really good. Like a Shakespeare-esque kind of movie, not essentially it's not Shakespeare, but it's based in that time.
Wasn't
where
that
the
a
kings
wasn't that
and-
a Shakespearean play?
maybe it has the Three Musketeers in it.
Oh,
A version of the Three Musketeers.
let me look this up real quick.
I really want
It's a movie. Okay, I get
to
it.
watch it. It was good. I like that movie. It's super underrated. Essentially, there's 2 sons, and basically the premise is that a king has 2 sons. The king dies. The one son becomes king, takes his brother, and bans him into an iron mask, so no one can ever see him, and no one in the kingdom ever knows that he has a brother. So one king can be king forever.
Yeah, it's a pretty rude thing
Yeah.
to do.
It's good though.
Oh, apparently it was a book. It was the third chapter, or it was the third part of a book called
Based in France.
the Vicomit of the something.
It's like in
Braglione,
the 1500s or something.
10 years later.
Yeah, it was like in the
Oh,
1500s.
okay,
like
so
the
yeah, no,
Renaissance area.
no, it follows the Three Musketeers. It's by the
Yeah.
same dude.
Yeah, it's in the saga of the Three Musketeers. A version of the Three Musketeers are in it. An older, retired version of the Three Musketeers.
Yeah, it's 20 years later after the Three Musketeers.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Watch it. Older. Super young Leonardo DiCaprio, but it's good though.
But is it as good as the what the fuck was it? The Leonardo DiCaprio movie where he was
All of his movies are good.
no, what was it? Romeo and
Inception?
Juliet.
Oh, the gangster Romeo and
Yeah,
Juliet.
is it as good as that?
I don't know. Now, I think it's better because the fact they don't have the fucking weird ass language they speak.
Shakespearean?
Shakespearean language. No, I think Man in the Iron Mask is better.
I
You don't
watched
think it's better?
Romeo and Juliet in English class in 9th grade for extra credit.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Yeah, I seen that. The Romeo and Juliet, the gangster version with guns and shit.
I'll draw my
in
swords.
high school too. Yeah, no, that movie was. I hate
It wasn't
so
good.
much.
It was bad. It was pretty bad.
It's there, my sword. It shooteth you, and they have a fucking
In
gun.
the faith. Faith, I mean.
It's like I understand they're going off the Shakespeare, like the way they speaketh toeth you. I'm just like, it's so hard, it's cringy.
That's the point.
Yeah, I know.
It's supposed to be
It was
bad.
rough.
It's supposed to be
I
bad.
know. I like all Leonardo DiCaprio's movies. Though.
Except that
I'm,
one.
I'm a little biased, but no, it's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, go check it out.
Okay.
I'm cultured in a sense, not in the Pulp Fiction Godfather sense, but nevertheless. Well, anywho, I have no more news.
Okay.
I think that's a podcast.
Yeah. What's coming up? What's coming out, guys?
The average human came back on and said, "You guys are still live, awesome." And I said, "Yeah, our podcast usually lasts 2.5 to 3 hours." And he said, "Daddy likey."
Nice.
And I am posted. In
I
the
don't
link
like
of
that.
Where to go? Our
I don't like that.
and then we had someone else. Exzymer Tracks 41 says she's a gamer girl. Did she follow you too?
Yeah, I seen that. I wouldn't shout it out. Don't shout that shit out. One thing I am concerned about is why the fuck is my floor sticky?
Well, you're in front of your computer, so one can only.
I mean, I don't touch. Dude, that shit does not touch this computer or my
Yeah,
phone.
that's true. That's your fire.
Yeah, my fucking. Why is that?
Did you get any followers, Schroeder? Did she follow you?
I don't think so.
Sorry.
It's been a nice quiet night.
But anywho.
But yeah.
For myself, Captain_Geach15 on all forms of social media. Captain Geach15 on the gram. For myself, I find out tomorrow if I move on from firefighter test. Not the firefighter, the police test. Community service officer.
Nice.
I'll know by 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Nice.
I forgot to talk about that. That was also my week my week. I took that test.
To become a firefighter.
Fucking hard as shit. No, it was for the police.
Oh.
Community service officer. Much harder than the police one. Much harder.
Honorary sheriff's deputy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Assistant
Pretty
to
much what
the.
it is. Assistant regional manager.
Yeah. Yeah.
Assistant to the honorary sheriff's deputy.
Yep.
Yeah. That test was super hard. It was an hour to answer 90 questions, and the questions, each one you had to read like 5 paragraphs.
Oh, I love that shit.
The last question, the buzzer went off, and I just fucking like filled in a circle so I didn't leave any blank. Like that's what.
You gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
That's pretty much what it came down to. I literally had like 15 questions left, 2 minutes left. Fuck. So
Jesus.
essentially, you had to read like a like a page, and then from that page you had to like take out individual pieces and answer the questions. They literally said this test is to weed out the people who can't read and write. I'm like, well,
I can read and write. Fuck, I can't
Most
read
of
and
the
write.
time.
And I was like, oh, that fucking eliminates me right off the bat. So yeah, they actually physically said, and they're like, yeah, we're not trying to be mean, but we're gonna be upfront. This test is to physically eliminate anybody who can't read and write, because your job is to write down what happened in accidents, robberies, things along those lines. And if you can't read and you can't write, you can't spell, like, this job isn't for you. You don't get it. I found out you don't get a gun,
Oh, weak.
which sucks. But I guess there's no need for it, because I'm not responding to them.
Yeah, true.
They're non-emergency call,
Yeah, you're just kicking doors down.
pretty much. What the fuck's going on, bitches?
Kicking
but
skaters off of the. Out of
Yeah, I know.
the
Get the fuck out of here. I'm basically like a mall cop.
a real
So-
powerful one.
I find out tomorrow if I move on. If I move on, my oral boards, which is essentially an interview, is Friday.
Nice.
Like, they're fucking moving fast.
Yeah,
with this
they
shit.
are. Unlike the
Ah,
actual
it
police
does.
academy.
Yeah. So they're like fucking rolling. So for the firefighter test, I won't find out till July 30th. So a little longer. What
a
I got
little
going
bit.
on for me, I know Nate James, he just got his gaming PC. What did the fuck? Ring of Exile or Elysium, whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh, Rings of Elysium.
Rings of Elysium. I played a couple things of that. I haven't got to play with him yet, but I know he wants the game, so maybe I'll try to find a PC game that he has. Overwatch, Schroeder, that's what we were playing the other day.
Yeah, I know.
Yesterday,
Did
last
you
night
like
or
it?
whatever. Well, I played Overwatch with you guys. Nate James, that's the first time he's ever played it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a bunch of us got on, so maybe we can Thursday night get him on to the
Well, you guys know what we do on Thursday nights.
get him on the play. He seemed to have fun, so
Cool.
dude, we did the random ones where you play as a random character. I fucking got destroyed in 90% of the characters 'cause I didn't know how to play them. I felt
Alright,
bad
it's
for. I
pretty
apologized to Luke and Mark. I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. Like, you guys are probably pissed off me and Nate James right now. That's pretty much about it. Probably do something with James always, and whatever else. I don't really have a plan anymore, unfortunately. In place, need to get back at it. Still trying to debate whether or not what I want to switch my name to as a rebranding type thing. That'll come, and prepping for my lackluster 30th birthday.
Yay.
Looking at
That'd
my
be-
wife.
Where you guys go to
that's
Chuck
what's
E. Cheese,
starting
right?
the plan for my lackluster 30th birthday.
It's where you go to Chuck E. Cheese, right?
Oh yeah, you missed it, Schroeder. If you look on my Discord, the captain's
Yeah.
log,
Yeah.
Nicole tweeted how Grayson said, "We're gonna take Daddy to Chuck E. Cheese for his birthday," and Nicole tweeted, "What better way to celebrate Jeremy's 30th birthday is at Chuck E. Cheese?" Chuck E. Cheese tweeted back to Nicole and says, "I can't think of any way. Let's party."
Well, I mean, there you go.
Yeah, the actual Chuck E. Cheese responded to her. I was like, "That's fucking hilarious."
That's great.
I was like, "So yeah, so we're going to." I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but yeah, that's
That'll be fun.
actually.
You're gonna have all of the internet.
We went there yesterday, and they were singing "Happy Birthday," and I told Nicole, "I was like, this will be me on my birthday." It's like- but that's pretty much what I got. Nothing too special or fancy. We'll figure it out. What about you, James?
So you can find me on twitch.tv/People8Studios if you like watching me play Judgment. That's my life right now. Judgment, just judgment. You gotta get through that game so I can start playing other things.
Gotta judge the judgment.
Gotta judge eyes. Yes.
Did you ever beat Days Gone?
Nope. Fuck that. I don't care
I didn't think
anymore.
so.
I've
I was gonna
I've
say,
dropped
I didn't
off.
think so.
I've dropped off, and
I
that's
didn't
so
think so.
hard. So if you go to youtube.com/People8Studios, you'll see a nice little playlist, and on that playlist is 24 episodes of Resident Evil 4 that me and my buddy Mitchell did. We finished that up 2 weeks ago. I forgot to mention that in the last podcast, and which means now episode 1 of Final Fantasy VII Let's Play is now live on YouTube. to watch.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
actually, no. Is episode 2 up? Fuck, episode 2's up. No, episode 1's up. Sorry, episode 2's next Friday. Then we got Yakuza 0 still going on. Still, I need to make a playlist for that. I think I did. You can also check that playlist out too. Yeah, you can follow me at people810 to find out what I'm doing with my life. Not spoiler alert, not a lot. That's it, Jeff.
Not too much happening here. Splash Screen Gaming on Twitch, of course, as well as YouTube and Instagram, and Team Splash Screen on Instagram and Facebook. But yeah, like I said, we're just trying to put together a schedule now so that we can actually get some. Actually, if it goes the way I think it's gonna go, there's gonna be a whole lot of content going out at some point here. Probably when the school season starts back up, I think.
Yeah,
It'd be a
that'd be a
good
lot
guesstimate.
easier. Have
Mhm.
a lot of free time throughout the day.
Yeah, so we're gonna be figuring it out, but other than that, everybody else, you guys should just keep up with those two.
Bam. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for love. Make sure you follow us. Email us, levelunlockpodcast@thegmail.com. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to hear us talk about, questions, issues, concern, everything in the world. We do have a YouTube, so don't forget about that. I always do. Level Unlock Podcast on YouTube. As well as make sure you follow us on Twitter at what, James?
At LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
Make sure tomorrow the live audio only version available levelunlockpodcast.podbean.com, anywhere podcasts are except
Yeet.
iHeartRadio. But we got to figure that out, and we will figure that out. So then it's everywhere in the world. You have no excuse not to listen to it. Thanks for the love. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for the follows, the questions, everything. Much love. We love you. Thank you, our level unlocker, lock pickers, level unlock nation, whatever you want to call yourselves. We are out.
Bye.
See you next week.
Have a good night, everybody.
Deuces.
Thanks for your time.